Tahtis see Rasmus mingi klipi veel jooksutada, kõik korras? Ütle siis, kui lõpeb. Okay. Good day, and dear journalists. Over the past 1,000 days and beyond, the most pressing security issue in our region has been Russia's full-scale war of aggression against Ukraine. This critical topic took the center stage during our 2 days summit. First, I want to thank the leaders of 9 JEF nations for joining us here in Tallinn to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Joint Expeditionary Force. As the JEF countries, we are committed to strengthening our contributions to NATO's deterrence and defense posture in Euro-Atlantic area. We also agreed to cooperate to address the challenges posed by growing hybrid threats. During the meeting, we discussed how to strengthen Ukraine and our potential further military assistance. I am proud to say that JEF countries will provide Ukraine with over 12 billion euros in military assistance 2025. With the 10 leaders gathered here in Tallinn, there was no need for compromise. Our united position remains clear. We strongly support Ukraine's pathway to NATO membership today and in the future. Estonia is confident that joining NATO is the strongest security guarantee for Ukraine. At the same time, we remain determined to weaken Putin's war machine and cut off his sources of revenue. Measures like leveraging oil price cap are powerful tools to further reduce Russia's energy revenue. Moreover, yesterday we decided, together with United Kingdom, Denmark, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Netherlands, Latvia, Lithuania, Iceland, Poland, and Germany, to do more to disrupt and deter Russia's shadow fleet. The UK, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, and Estonia will ask suspected shadow fleet vessels for proof of insurance as they pass through the English Channel, the Danish Straits, the Sound between Denmark and Sweden, and the Gulf of Finland. And if the vessels choose not to respond to our requests, their actions will be assessed and addressed in coordination with our international partners. We also addressed the urgent matter of defense investments. We all agreed that the current security environment demands spending well beyond 2% of GDP on defense. We remain committed to meeting NATO capability targets and making the new regional defense plans executable. Estonia advocates for a NATO defense investment pledge of at least 2.5% to 3% of GDP at the Hague Summit. We are on the same page about strengthening national defense industries to boost the production capacity of ammunition and weaponry. I would stimulate the development of Europe's defense sector and give necessary cooperation possibilities with Ukraine. Thank you for everybody for being here.
Thank you. Now we'll take a couple of questions.
Thank you. Adam Roberts from The Economist. Do you have any comment on the Ukrainian admission this morning that they killed a general in Moscow, the assassination of General Kirillov?
To be honest, I have been all day in meetings, so I can comment on that later because I haven't read my signal or SMS. Thank you.
Arni Alandi, Estonian public broadcaster. I have 2 questions. First is, you mentioned the increasing the part of GDP. Are there any concrete agreements or concrete proposals? Can we see that defense capabilities will increase to the 2.5 or 3% at the nearest years? And my second question is also about current news. how do you, as the head of government, view the decisions of Estonian Academy of Arts to sever all ties with universities of Israel? Thank you.
Thank you. The first one, I would answer quite clearly that we had a long talk about assisting Ukraine as much as we can, and I would say that everybody's position behind the JEF table is that we should do more, and we will do more. And with the JEF members also with the defense expenditure, everybody described that they are increasing the defense expenditure. So this group here, 1/3 of the NATO JEF members, everybody is increasing their expenditure, and we will go to the Hague Summit together saying that defense expenditure and defense capabilities, interoperability between countries should increase. So our voice is quite clear on that. And everybody is increasing behind this table our defense expenditure. On the second question, I probably would say that this university needs to reconsider their actions. That is quite clear.
Well, before you said that one of the goals of the summit was 2.5% and 0.25% of GDP to Ukraine. As far as I can tell, none of these figures are in the statement you read. Are you happy with the outcome of the meeting?
I'm always happy when meeting like-minded people.
With the outcome?
I would say that for me, I have been talking of shadow fleet for a long time. I was Minister of Climate before, and from my window, I could see the ships going, and on the map also, if you look at the ships going between Estonia and Finland, and from our views. And if you look at money coming to Russia to wage the war, for me, the deterrence and constant inspection and limiting Russia's free cash coming is probably the biggest position of this meeting. Because if JEF members and Germany and Poland together have a plan and start exchanging different opportunities how to deter Russia's fresh cash coming in to wage this war, to wage different hybrid action. So if you would ask that if I'm happy with that, yes, I am absolutely happy, but in Estonia nobody shows that they're happy. That is life. And with the increasing of expenditure, everybody had the attitude, and not only the attitude, but everybody had also clear position how to help more Ukraine. Everybody has a list. Some of countries are telling what they are doing, some are not, or less. And with the defense expenditure, everybody had the same base that it will increase absolutely. Everybody is taking concrete steps with their budgets. So for me, the direction is quite important. So with the direction, I'm quite happy, but with the reason that we have Russia and the war going on, I'm not quite happy. Thank you.
Hello, European Director Media. What will be the long-term consequences for Russia and their shadow fleet regarding yesterday's decision?
Long-term consequences. Hopefully, the best possible outcome would be that the shadow fleet, which is bringing Russia fresh cash to do things, it limits the shadow fleet ability to do that. That probably would be the best possible outcome, because to be honest, Russia is running on energy exports still, which it should not. So to every sane-minded European or people from the States all over the world who's looking at Russia, they are financing the war. They are financing hybrid activities against European countries, also against the States. So limiting this kind of ability is probably in Russia's pain list among, I would predict, in top 3. So we will do that, if possible.
So the first paragraph of the statement referred to hybrid threats as one of the priorities, but then you didn't tell us anything about what you agreed on hybrid threats and what you're going to do. Concrete, especially I'm most interested in concrete actions.
Today's meeting and yesterday's talks were mostly about how to assist Ukraine, which is our first priority, to put Ukraine in position of strength, so Russia would be forced to negotiate. And also defense capabilities, what we can do together. With hybrid threats, we exchanged different information, some of which is not open information, and we agreed that next meeting that will be in May in Norway, our services, different services from every country, will have a set of overview of hybrid threats, how they are evolving, and how to counteract them together in exchanging information, intelligence, and also techniques to do that. So we started the talks, and in May in Norway we will have concrete actions.
What are the concrete steps against fresh cash?
You take the microphone, probably.
Thanks. Josh Basan from Politico. Just on the broad question of what JEF is now at its 10-year anniversary. So you have the chance to host a summit today. What is your vision for what this broad club can be over the next decade now that we have Russia's aggression in the East? Thanks.
I would say very briefly that JEF is should be much more agile responder than any other format. That's what it's for, and also a format that NATO member countries can have exchange of information, intelligence, and different steps that they take together. And for that, JEF is working quite well, to be honest, because every day exchange of different steps, information is quite good between JEF countries. And in the future, I would say that it probably will increase capabilities. Already mentioned and asked about what to do with hybrid threats, and probably also one topic I didn't even mention, but also talked about, is the ability to have this kind of joint toolkit or kit of tools to repair and look after the critical infrastructure, because if you look at Estonian experience, we have this kind of memorandum of understanding between Estonia and Finland, how to act against this kind of threats and what to do when something happens, because you have always two sides, that if something is broken, you need to repair it for the economy, for resilience, and so on. So JEF countries also, and countries all around the Baltic states, Baltic Sea, and so on and further, probably will have a joint base on that too. So in the future, I would say that JEF is very alive and working and very agile and fast responder to changing world, and knows exactly who the enemy is.
Prime Minister, you have described the initiative of several countries to check the insurance of the shadow fleet vessels. Can you detail what action would they be taking if the vessels refuse to cooperate, or if they provide the insurance which is deemed unfit? In other words, do the countries have authority to enact a meaningful change?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. This is public in Estonian broadcasting news already. Arni Alandi can give you the news that it's also in English that Estonia has already checked about 250 vessels, asked for the insurance and so on. 7 was boarded. So if the ships do not cooperate, next steps will be taken. They will be put on the list, some kind of prohibition, or they will be boarded in certain areas, and if they do not respond. So all the steps necessary will be taken, and different expertises exchanged between countries. The main thing is to do this systematically to disrupt Russia's shadow fleet.
Okay, Evelyn Kaldaja, Postimees. I wanted to ask about the 2.5%. Do you know if among other JEF countries there are others who are also willing to come along with this 2.5 now? And if, how many of them? And also in broader NATO company?
I would say that increasing defense expenditure is probably like everybody's position in JEF right now. Exact figures depends a little bit on the country, but new NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has said that 2.5 might be not enough it maybe should be even free, because if you look at the Estonian experience, 2022 we had our defense expenditure 2.16% of our GDP. Right now it's 3.4. Years to come it will be 3.6, 3.7, even near to 4%. And it's not about the percentage, but about the capabilities, because we will procure new long-range ammunition, 1.6 billion, to influence our enemy in his territory. So the talks were mainly about different capabilities, increasing the capabilities, and also interoperability between capabilities, because as you understand, in the JEF, all the countries are working in a certain region together. And if the capabilities are not interoperable, then what good is to have something if you cannot use it together? So I would say that most are on increased pace, or all behind the JEF table, but the exact figures and the exact push probably will be in The Hague. But JEF members are on the side that defense expenditure probably have to increase.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yep, thank you. Enjoy Tallinn.